Hello, dear listener. You are tuned in with the Bibi and Peter Show, and this is Peter, and I am bright and bushy-tailed on this beautiful day, and it's amazing to have you here with us. And I'm here joined by my extravagant co-host
Extravagant?
from the other side of the
Extravagant?
ocean. Yes, Bibi, you're extravagant. You're when I see you, Bibi,
Uh-huh.
I see Princess Jasmine. I'm sorry for the stigma,
Oh my God.
but
Okay, that is so racist. Just because I have Arab blood does not
it's
make me
not. No, it's
Princess
not
Jasmine.
racist because the I'm getting that from Disney. So
Right. Okay.
it's a
So
Disney. It's a
just
Disney.
because
It's hmm.
I'm Arab and I have Arab blood, that makes me Jasmine. That is such a stereotype.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know honestly as a child what Arab means, but anyways, I do now. But just humor me with my childhood fantasies. I mean, we all do have them. But talking about childhood fantasies, and I don't actually know how that relates to this, but anyways,
I'm so lost right now. I'm so lost.
I'm lost too, Bibi, and I think that's what kind of happens when you're reaching the
At a turning
midpoint of the
point?
year. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're kind of like we're into
Now you're
this.
getting back to it.
Uh-huh, we're
Okay.
with 6 months behind us, and it's 2024 is running out. The candle is burning the
Yeah.
halfway mark, and we are here. How do you feel, baby? How do you feel having reached the marathon halfway?
You know what? To be honest, it's been one of my best years. I have to be
Oh,
honest.
really?
Yeah, I
That's me.
haven't.
Tell them it's about me. Please do. Tell them it's
Uh,
about me.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble, Peter.
Come
I'm
on, baby.
so sorry. I wish I could have made your day, but unfortunately, I can't.
Uh,
It's not about you. I'm
right.
sorry to have to be the one to tell you that the universe does not revolve around you, right? Someone had to tell you at
Well,
some
I'll be happy if a sun is revolving around me. It doesn't need to be the whole universe. This one sun would be enough to make my day.
point. Okay, not going to happen, right? So maybe the seasons, like seasonal shifts, right?
Ah.
So that's a good one, is because like normally when you're reaching the mid-year point,
Hmm.
like 6 months down, it's always like a seasonal shift somewhere, right? So in Europe at the moment, it's summertime and everyone's re-looking and reevaluating their New
It's a
Year's
solstice.
resolutions. Yep.
Like the solstice, right? The solstice is kind of like that. It's the kind of the way that it's kind of the message from the universe in some sense, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's telling us, look here. I don't know.
Revisit
Yeah,
your
revisit
New
the
Year's
past.
resolutions. Yeah.
Yeah, look in the rear view mirror. You might have a car behind you. So kind of,
Uh-huh.
just for you to reflect on it.
Do you know it's called mid-year reflections? Mid-year
Hmm.
reflections. It's the
Okay.
time of the year where you evaluate your progress, right? So, as I was saying, I've had a very good 6 months, right? Sorry to burst your bubble, Peter. It has nothing to do with you.
Uh,
I've just had like really like a lot of my
Shucks.
projects or what I wanted to do has really kicked off. So, but maybe I could make you smile a bit. Is that
Mm.
podcast was one of those projects that did kick off,
Oh, thank
which I'm proud
God.
about. So you are
Wow.
like a minimal part of it. So yeah.
I'm so happy to be minimally participating in your happiness. Thank you so much, baby, for that small little real estate in your
So,
throat. Was
so
like
talking about
one. It's like a studio? Do I get a studio, one bedroom, or just under the bridge kind of thing?
you kind of get maybe a mug that says you're a good
A
guy.
mug. I get a
A
mug.
mug.
No, okay, whatever. I'm getting a mug. That's the worst thing that I can
So
probably get. But
so
anyway,
yes,
just to
halfway
continue
point.
on, yeah,
Halfway point. We're at the halfway point, Peter.
yeah, yeah, and I think looking forward into the
Mm.
next six
Oh, that's a
months,
good one. Looking
uh,
forward. Yeah.
we need to really put our ducks in a row and make
I like that
sure that
one.
we're following our goals, because it's
So
good to
ducks
revisit
in a
those.
row is not very common. Have had a lot of people laugh at me when I share this expression, especially students. And they're like, ducks in a row. What does that mean? It sounds so funny. But it's actually quite a normal expression for us to use, right? It's when you have all your goals in order or all your objectives aligned. So you have your ducks in a row, right? So that's a good mid-year reflection, right? To check if all your ducks in a row, right? Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yes, you're perfect.
So are all your
And
ducks in a row?
yeah, I had an amazing year, Bibi, to be honest. I came into
Ha,
2024 with high
amazing.
expectations,
Halfway point. Yeah,
and I really dedicate myself, really burning the candle both on both ends,
I know.
just
Yeah.
trying to, what I've done this year, Bibi, to be honest to you, what I've realized, and just sharing
Mhm.
something deeper with you. I usually don't do that because you don't deserve it, but anyway, so can do it anyways.
The listeners
Um,
deserve it. Think about them.
the listeners do, they do, they do, they
Hmm.
always deserve it. So I'm talking to the listeners. So I've I've realized that I'm focusing on only one thing, and that's my greatest mistake. We sometimes put too much energy
Hmm.
and too much of our time into that one thing that we want to succeed without knowing that sometimes patience is required and sometimes it's not the right time. So I've
Okay.
said that I'm going to focus on multiple things and be more patient with those multiple things and spend, kind of like dividing my energy into
Hmm.
various, activities and goals
So not
instead of,
like
and
putting
yeah, instead of,
concentrating into one, right? So having
yeah,
your
like
finger in a lot of
not,
pies.
yeah, not putting all my, not putting all my eggs in one basket kind of thing.
Yes,
Um,
and okay. And how's it
so
working out for you? What's the turning point?
Well, it's more, to be honest, with you, Bibi, it's more rewarding because you don't
Hmm.
have one focal point tiring you out.
Okay.
You're also engaging with multiple projects, and I do think that that's what we need to get ready to. We are a dynamic people, and we can focus on multiple things. And that's what we're getting into. Don't just focus on that one thing. I want that one thing. And if that one thing doesn't succeed, it's the end of the world kind of thing. No, it's
Yeah,
not. It's maybe just not the
exactly.
right time.
To have your fingers in a lot of pies, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, just to share with you, I'm writing a book, I'm doing the podcast, I'm currently, kind of
Jack
managing
of all trades. Jack of
two
all
companies.
trades.
So and it's amazing. It's amazing to. I mean, I'm not an extraordinary person at all, BB. It's not that I'm working
I'm
all the time,
glad
but
you
it's
admitted that.
but it's just that I'm able to organize my time better. That's it. It's
Oh,
just that I'm focusing on multiple things, and it's great. I'm enjoying it.
so mid your reflection is all good. There's nothing you're looking back on and said, I wish I would have done differently. Now, getting
Yeah,
back to looking forward.
I would have maybe have chosen
Uh-huh.
a different co-host for my podcast, but I mean, you were
Really?
the only one
Hmm.
there, so
Pity.
I didn't have much of
Yeah.
a choice.
I love the fact that you think that you had a choice in the matter. So wonderful for you to live in your little bubble. Live in that fantasy, Peter. Going back to fantasies, live in the fantasy that you actually had a choice of who your co host would have been. Yeah. Brilliant. Love it. Okay. Whatever rocks your boat. Yeah. Do you want to explain to the listeners what whatever rocks your boat means?
Hmm. Whatever works for you, whatever
Uh-huh.
satisfies
Whatever
you,
makes you happy,
whatever makes
whatever
you
makes him
happy.
smile in the morning, whatever makes Peter happy, because there's
I
not a
like
lot of things
to,
that make
I like
Peter
to,
happy, right?
I like to say, whatever milks your cow. I'm not sure if that is a popular
No,
saying.
Peter. Oh my God, no. There is no. My goodness. Okay, this podcast has to come to, very quickly. This episode has to come to an end because Peter needs to go and take some medication for his sanity. But Peter, before we go, before we wrap up, right? Very
Hmm.
importantly, looking forward, right? Um, there's two meanings to that. Looking forward means I'm looking forward to something, means I'm excited about something that's happening. And but today, looking forward, we were actually talking about it being uh, looking to the future. Am I right? That's two
Mhm.
ways of looking forward.
Yeah, yeah, and it's also important to, while looking forward, is revisiting your resolutions, remembering, what
Oh,
the
nice
growth
one.
and challenges that you have set in your professional development, the hurdles,
Hmm.
it's celebration. It's also great to have a certain, a lot of us are going into vacation, and
Yeah.
I would like to encourage you to take a moment, a pause, and to celebrate. You've arrived
You've made
somewhere.
it this far. You've
You've
made it this
made it this
far.
far.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mid-year reflection.
gratitude
Yeah.
gratitude is very important in the mid mark,
Yes.
I
Just
would
like
say.
how Peter needs to be very grateful that he has me as a co-host, because imagine Peter hosting this by himself. Probably
Hmm.
wouldn't have gotten to 61 followers. Yeah, he would probably have been
Hmm.
sitting with just one. Yeah, himself. But let's wrap that up. We're wishing you all good mid-year reflection or whatever it may be, and
Hmm.
let the next 6 months be the best 6 months. Yeah, even if you had a slow start to the year, make it happen in the last 6 months. Yeah, it's never too late.
Yeah, and you're a champion. You're a champion. Don't
I
forget that.
know.
You're
Thank you
a
so much.
you're a halfway point champion, and make sure that you get the juices ready for the, make sure that your tank is
Full. Your
refilled
tank
for
is
the
full. Yeah,
refueled, I would say refuel, and go on, because we still have 6 months to go, and it's going to be amazing.
it will be. As long as I'm here in the podcast, it definitely be amazing. But that's it from us.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
wonderful week ahead. Bye for
Yes, and
now.
a year. All the best. Until next time. Bye bye.